Okay, this is to support the sale of my ZX10R. It's 2004. It's done, coming on for 29,000 miles, 25,000, 28,000, something or other. It's an astonishing machine. No traction control, no ABS, shorter wheelbase than the 600, 170 kilograms. All the bikes of the era were fast. This was fast, and I'm going to call it lively. Yeah, the reason I'm selling it is I'm 49 years old, and I should bloody well know better. If I could ride, if I could not use it, I could resist the urge to ride it like an idiot, I would do so, but I can't. I ride everywhere at 1 billion miles an hour, and this thing is just far too fast to do that. You need to be more selective. It needs a racetrack, it needs the Isle of Man, it needs something like that. Anyway, very rare bike, certainly in this condition. As far as I can see, he's never seen a racetrack. It's all completely standard, with a few sensible bits and pieces sort of done. Certainly there's no outward appearance of any kind of modification. I do like my bike standard. Double bubble screen gives you 5% more wind protection from the fuck all that you normally get. What else to tell you? The exhaust valve's been disconnected, and the exhaust eliminator has been installed, so you don't get a fuel injection warning light. I have actually put on these Nissan front calipers, but I do need them for another bike, so the original Tokikos go on. They're okay. They're not as good as the Nissans, otherwise I wouldn't swap them, but they work, and it holds the bike up in short order. Just, you don't quite get the power or feel that you do with the Nissans. But the bike's not perfect, although it looks very, as you can see, looks very, very tidy. Certainly, in fact, yeah, you try to spot the blemishes. There you go, some rubbing to the heel plates, as you would expect. The rear swing arm paint isn't the greatest, but again, not so you'd noticed. I think there is some marks down here. Was like that when I got it, worse than being that sort of break in the paint there. But obviously, in the scale of things, I've never bloody noticed it. The bike is in very, I would say, excellent condition for what it is. There you go, some tarnishing of the footrests. That's just the quality of the aluminium. What else can we tell you? We can tell you that the key for that was annoying the hell out of me, so I just replaced it with a tie wrap. You just pull that and it releases. I was just getting fed up putting the key in, but I've got the mechanism to put it back on again. One key fits everything. There's an advert that this will be linked to that'll give you the full lowdown, but basically everything you could wish for is there. Full service history, red key, toolkit. It's a proper collector's item. 2020, what we got? There you go, everything works fine. The time is 7:30, as you can see. There you go, less than I thought. 28,314. I'll just start it. It starts on the bottom every single time. It's stone cold. Where's the exhaust? There's the exhaust. It's stone cold at 7:30 in the morning. Just getting ready to go to work. I shall. There you go. Does that every time. Runs like a Swiss watch. No problem with the power delivery at all. I actually had a power commander on when I got it, but I put the standard can back on, got rid of it. They say the fueling's snatchy on these. Do you know? I don't really notice. It's had brand new tyres on it, front and rear. I was going to use this as my only bike, so I put Pilot, what did I put on there? I put, yeah, Pilot 2 CTs or something like that, because it was going to be a kind of road, primarily a road bike. I've softened off all the suspension settings as well, because I was riding it through as my only bike, so I had to live with it. It wasn't always going to be on a racetrack. So you know, it's set up more road orientated than you'll find most of these, to be honest. Damage, rub in the heel. That's where your heel goes. They've all got one of them. That's just been touched up. Where is it? If you can see it there. That's where your heel goes, and rubs on that, because that's where your foot goes. Oh right, okay. There's a. You can see that there's a indentation thing in the tank. Again, you don't really. Well, I don't notice it. There is a slight scuff. I don't know if you can see that, but again, it's all matte. You don't really notice it. Fork seals don't leak. It's due an MOT next week. I'll put it through an MOT. It would absolutely fly through, so it'll be sold with a full MOT. Nothing falls out of it. Coolant temperature's fine. Oh, very, very important. Has a steering damper. Needs a steering damper. The wheelbase is next to nothing, and it spends a lot of time with the front end just hovering over the ground, ready to give you a slapper if you hit a bump. And I have experienced a couple, so each to their own. This is the brave knob. 2 clicks out, and you'll need to be very, very brave. 2 clicks in, and you'll be as safe as houses. I like it just on the edge. I like the bars to just start to waggle, but not turn into a slapper. What else to tell you? Standard can. I do have an Akrapovic, but I'm selling that separately because they're worth a king's ransom, and I need all the money I can get for whatever replaces, whatever hopefully sane machine replaces this. You can see the condition. There isn't. The paintwork is stunning. You saw the mileage earlier on. Steering damper on it. It's just all standard. Pardon me. Yep. Yeah. Don't know what else to tell you. It's been faultless. Chain and sprockets went on not so long ago. Probably got, in fact, can't have any more than 1,000 miles on them. Changed the oil at, I think, about 26,000, so that's 2,000 miles old. Give it another 1,000, I would swap it. Yeah, there's not a great deal else to tell you. I do have, they're renowned. The problem on these, are a couple of issues. One is that they need a steering damper, which has been sorted. The other one is the generator on them can fail. This is showing no signs of failure. You do get normally a warning noise, starts to rattle around a little bit. So I've got the fixing kit for it, so you're just waiting to hear a funny noise, and when you hear a funny noise, pop the generator out. I think it's a different shim. The generator spins at twice the engine speed, so it spins around like a nut job. And you put this washer in it to keep everything in line, and that should do you for life. Then I just haven't done it because it's not a problem yet, but I have the parts there waiting for it to occur. So yeah, there you go. I'm genuinely only getting rid because I'm trying to be sensible. I have got a single seat as well that goes on it. The passenger seat that goes on it. So if you've got somebody that's brave enough, you can take a passenger. Yeah, don't know what else to tell you. Brake pads are all good. Like I say, I'll come with a full MOT. Interested in swaps. I want something a little bit more sensible, a Sport 600, a GSX-R 750, something like that. But I would like a bit of cash as well, because I also need to upgrade my other bike, which is, well, one of my other bikes, which is my ZX10R that I'm touring on. So in reality, I'll do some sort of deal with both of the bikes. That's always that. That used to be a VFR 750 that my teenager customised. This is what a teenager thinks a motorbike should look like. Great, isn't it? Anyway, back to the bike. Genuinely the best bike I have ever owned by a country mile. I've had a GSX-R 1000, in fact I've had 2, I've had R1s, I've had the Fireblade. This, best way to describe it, all the power of the GSX-R though, They said at the time 180 brake horsepower, 160 the rear wheel. Probably isn't that, but bloody well feels like it. But the big issue is it's short wheelbase, and you really have to know what you're doing. You really have to know when you can put that power down and when you can't. It loves the bends. It flicks from side to side. It weighs almost nothing. It's a bit of a handful. The way I describe it is, if you hit a bump in the road, if you see a bump in the road coming up, I think you'd be sitting around waiting to find out how your Fireblade or how your GSX-R is going to deal with that bump. On this bike, you need to think about how you are going to help the bike deal with that bump. It's just so focused that it'll very easily sort of brake sideways. It's a far more involving ride than any of the other 2004 of that era bikes. And then of course after that they went all Euro 3 and got a bit heavy, traction control, ABS, that sort of carry on. This is the last of a breed. It's probably the most leery sports bikes ever got, and that will suit some people, won't suit others. If you're looking just to bimble around on it, I would respectfully suggest this is not your thing, but it is a beautiful machine, and yeah, happy. Whoever gets this will be very happy. It's just not for me. I've had enough. I'm done. Cheers.